Hello folks. In this video, we're going to be talking about the piece of news that has been flying under the radar. So as we all know, over the past week, the headlines have been centered around the banks collapsing, inflation. Pretty soon you'll start seeing headlines about stagnation and unemployment going up. But just a week ago, a very important meeting, the BRICS summit, which includes 5 countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, came together, had their yearly meeting. If you don't know what the BRICS is, it's basically these 5 countries that I just mentioned coming together because they are the fastest growing economies in the world, and that was created to rival the G7, which includes the US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. So these 5 countries have come together, and a huge piece of news that went completely under the radar as banks collapsing has taken the front page is President Xi of China and Vladimir Putin both discussed making the Chinese Yuan the world reserve currency. So I know it sounds impossible or crazy that the US dollar would not be the world's reserve currency, but they've talked about it, and Saudi Arabia is on board, China's on board, Russia's on board, and actually just moments ago, just today, before I made this video, China and Brazil made an agreement. They will be settling their trade in the Chinese yuan, in their own currencies, not the US dollar. So those of you who don't know, Brazil is China's biggest trade partner. So this is huge news. So I know a lot of people think that this is impossible, this could never happen, but if the US were to lose its place as the world reserve currency, we would see hyperinflation to the likes we have never seen. I mean, the inflation we've saw over the last year is going to be a drop in the bucket. We would see massive hyperinflation. The dollar would go to shit, and anything related to the dollar, which would include stocks and 401ks, retirements, everything would be completely debased and devalued. So why is this happening? Why are these other countries trying to get away from the dollar? The simple answer is they're tired of the US deciding and the Fed deciding when to print money and when to contract, take money away out of the system. Since all these other countries have their reserves in US dollars, they're literally at the mercy of the Fed. The Fed can decide to pump the dollar and money into the system or contract and take money out of the system. Also, obviously, the US can print money when it benefits them. If the US decides to enter war, for example, Ukraine, and go against Russia, they can print money, generate, pass bills, and provide military support to Ukraine, which hurts China or Russia doubly. So not only does it devalue the dollar, which everyone is using as the world reserve currency, they're also using those dollars to fight a war against their own countries. So Ukraine getting funding and getting US military backing hurts Russia in both ways. And guess what? The next war that we're expecting is going to be Taiwan. China wants to take Taiwan back. They claim that Taiwan is a rogue state, a rogue island, and it's always been a part of China. The UN does actually see Taiwan as a part of China. The people of Taiwan obviously feel very different. They want to be their own country. We'll see what's going to happen with that. So with that on the back burner, again, another opportunity where the US has stated that they will back Taiwan in a war. No doubt about it. We'll print the money. We'll provide military support. Again, that would hurt China on 2 fronts, militarily and economically. So what's the chances that this is actually going to happen? In my opinion, You never know, actually. My opinion is it could be 50-50, although we've never been in a place where we think that this could happen. On one side of the equation, we have 59% of the world's reserves in US dollar. No one comes close. So 59% of the world's reserve, almost 60% in the US dollar. The only country that comes close is 20% in the euro. The Chinese yuan only counts for 2.7% of the world's reserves. India's not close. Russia's not close. Russia as economy is smaller than California and Texas. So they're not going to make a push. But on the other side, we've seen things get out of control with inflation, with the wars, with the political system, a lot of things happening that we never would have expected to happen. So you never know. I really think in our lifetime, I think there's a 50-50 chance that this could happen. And the best hedge, if that were to happen, would be gold, silver, and you guessed it, Bitcoin. So do your own research. Let's keep an eye on this developing story. It's very, very important. This is something that could change the game. So keep an eye on it moving forward. Take care, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.